Hello students, I am Dr. Vipin B. Gawande and welcome to video lecture series for engineering graphics. Now here the type of problem is something like this. The front view and the left hand side view is given. Okay, so we know that for the front views the dimensions are horizontal length and vertical height, while for the side views the horizontal dimension is width while the vertical dimension is height. So we have to first we have to calculate first length, width and the height. So length we will get from the front view, it is 60. Okay, height we will get from the front views, it is 20, 40, and 32, it is 72. Okay, and the width we will get from the side view, so this is 50. Okay, so we have calculated the three dimensions, length, width and height. This is our origin. Now the height will come on the vertical axis, so where to take the length? So in front view origin is here, length is measured in right direction, so here we have to take the length. Okay, so length is equal to, here it is 60, so this is 60. Okay, length. Okay, so we are taking length in this direction, so this is our front view. Okay, we are taking here, this is width, so this is what our, this is our left hand side view. Okay, so width is equal to how much? This is 50. This is 50 here. Okay, and height is equal to 72. This height is 72. Okay, so now from intersections we will construct the vertical and horizontal lines like this. Okay, now this is this direction, from here this is here. Okay, so we have drawn the three-dimensional box here of length, width and height. Okay, now in front view we'll start with the bottom foundation block, so that is of 20 mm height, 60 mm length. If you take the projections here, so it comes out to be width comes out to be 50 mm, so 20 height, and so this is 20 height, then 60 length, this is 60 length here. Okay, and width is how much? 50. So we'll start with the foundation block. Okay, so three-dimensional block. Construct these three-dimensional blocks by drawing the three axes. Okay, so or the three dimensions, length, width and height. Okay, so we have created the bottom block of 20 by 20 height, 60 length and 50 width. Okay, but in the left hand side view it appears only some part is horizontal and now the remaining part is vertical here. Okay, so this is how much? So this is 20 only, this is 20, this is also 20, so we have to take here 20, so this is 20, this is 20. Okay, so this is 20 and we have to draw that L shape here, so this is 20 here, and from this we will construct this L shape block which is visible from the left hand side. Okay, so from here like this direction, and then from here it is something like this. Okay, so we have created this L shape block. Okay, so this L block is visible in the left hand side view. So okay, so we have drawn that block. Okay, so this is 20 width. Okay, and height on the remaining height how much? So that is the 72 minus this is 20. Okay, so that height is here. Okay, so we have drawn that one. Now so after that we will start with this semicircle. Okay, now the semicircle is at the center, so this is 30. Okay, this is 30. Okay, now we are working on this plane where we have length and height, so we will construct here two lines, length and height. Okay, so from the center I am constructing the second line is parallel to height. Okay, parallel to height. Okay, now to the diameter of the circle is here. The diameter, it is given r12. Okay, so diameter is equal to what? It is 20. Okay, so you have to construct a square of 20 by 20. So here it is 10 10, and this side also this is 10 and 10, so total is 20. I am taking from the center, so I am taking 10 10 here. This is 10 on this side and 10 on this side. So we got here 4 points. Now from 4 this points, now we have to draw the lines parallel to height and length only. So from these two parallel to height. Okay, so this is parallel to height like this here, and then from this two intersection parallel to length, because we are working on length and height isometric plane. Okay, so like that. So we have created like this. Okay, so this is our square which appears as a rhombus on the isometric plane for the diameter 20. So this is 20 by 20 rhombus. Okay, now the first step to construct the use the 4 center method for the construction of semicircle is what? Join the longest diagonal. So this is our longest diagonal. Okay, now after joining the longest diagonal, we'll get the opposite corners as center C1 and C2. So this is our C1, this is our center C2. Now from C1 join the opposite midpoints, from midpoints of the opposite lines. So here this is the midpoints. From C2 you join the midpoints of the opposite line. So from here you join the midpoint. So we'll get the common intersections on the diagonal. So this is C3 and this is C4. Okay, so we got that one. Okay, now the next thing is now we have to use only 2 center, because we have to construct only the semicircle here. Okay, so which centers we are using? So we'll use center C1. Okay, so from C1 center C1 and this radius. Okay, from C1 and this radius. So from C1 and this radius. Okay, so we get here, and then we have to use only which one? This C3 center. This is C3 center and this much radius. In continuation with this arc. Okay, like this. Okay, so we have created the semicircle here. Okay, now the width of the semicircle is 15. Okay. So we have to extend this semicircle inside. So from this, draw from the 2 corners of the semicircle, draw the widthwise line. Okay, now how much distance? It is 15. So this is 15 here. Okay, like this. Now same arc will get on the back side. Okay, so that curve is because of this center C1. This arc will get here. This is because of this center C1. So transfer this C1 center widthwise 15. Okay, so from C1 draw the widthwise line and then take 15 mm distance on that line. So this is 15, so that your the center get transferred here. So this is C1 dash. Now use the same radius of C1 and this much radius. So C1 and this much radius, so that arc comes here. Okay, like this. Okay, now complete this semicircle part. Okay, so make it dark now. So you something like this here, like this, and here. So this is the semicircle part, the front. Okay, so make the front side the boundary also the dark. Okay, so that's what we the surface we get in the front view. So something like this. Okay. okay, semicircle here, and this line is because of this line here, so this line comes forward, okay, and the semicircle. Okay, so we have completed this. Now again there is one semicircle on the back side. Now if we take the position of this semicircle, it comes in the width of 20 only, so here. Okay, so we'll construct this circle also. So take 20 width, okay, from the top, so here, and then take the lengthwise line. We have to find out its center first. So this is length is 60, so we will take the center of this one. Now this is this isometric plane consists of the lengthwise and heightwise line only, so we have to draw this heightwise line here, okay, like this. Okay, now diameter of the circle is 20, okay, so again we have to construct the square of 20 by 20. So here I'm taking the distance from the center, so I'm taking here this side, this is 10, okay, and this one is 10. Vertical also, this is 10 and 10, this is 10, and here it is 10, okay. And then draw the, from these two intersection, draw the heightwise line, so here and here. Then from this intersection, the lengthwise line, okay, so from here and here, so okay, so we got this, the square, or it appears as a rhombus in the isometric plane, so of 20 by 20. So because diameter is 20, so we have to construct it 20 by, I have taken the distance from the center, so 10 on all sides. Okay, now what is the method? Use 4 center method. First step is join the longest diagonal. This is the longest diagonal, this is our center C1, this is our center C2, okay. Now from C1, opposite midpoints, this here and here. From C2, opposite midpoints, this one and this one. So we'll get the common intersections on the diagonal. So this is our C3 and C4. Now here we have to draw the complete circle, so we have to use all the 4 centers, okay. So use C1 center and this radius, so this comes here, then C2 center, okay, then C3 center here, this is the arc, here, and C4 center, okay, like this. So we have constructed the circle using the 4 center method, okay. So circle we have drawn here, okay. Now what is remaining now? The now width of this circle is 20, so here we have transferred the center, because here the width is only 15 mm, so that circle is the second half arc is visible, but here it is not visible, so we are not transferring that centers here, okay. So it appears here only, okay. Now the next part is now this one, okay. Now the most important thing here, it is angles are given in the problem, okay, and we have to construct this upper part. Now so wherever the angle is given in the orthographic positions, we can't take directly that angle on the isometric while drawing the isometric view, so we have to draw it outside. So always remember, whenever there is angle is given in the orthographic positions, do not take that angle directly here, okay, construct it outside. So how to construct this one? So we have to construct this outside. So how much? This is 16, okay. So this part is 16 here, this is 16, 60, and then take the angles here. This is how much? This is angle is equal to 60 degree on both sides, okay. So from here, this is 60 this side, and from here this is 60, okay. Now height is equal to how much? This is 20, okay. So height is 20 here, it comes here, height is 20, so the parallel line at a height of 20, and then this is 60 degree and 60 degree line, this one on this side, and from here it comes something like this. Okay, this included angle is how much? This is 60 degree, this is 60 degree, and this vertical height is how much? This is 20. Okay, so now we have to take this distance in compass. Okay, so which distance? Now we will take the distance from the directly from the, suppose the center. So this is 60, so I am marking this as a 30. Okay, and suppose this is our center line. So I am taking the distance from center, I am taking the distance here. Okay, so this is my center, so one on this side, the another on this side. Okay, like this. So I got these 2 points, this point and this point here. These are the 2 points. Now I'm making it dark. Okay. Likewise, I'm making this dark here now. Okay, so this is dark, and it comes here at a height of, from top it is 20. Okay, so from top it is 20. Okay, and then it comes like this. Okay. Now we'll complete the boundary of this problem. Okay, so something like this here. Okay, now similar line will come on the back side. So we have to draw this line on the back side also. Like this, and then parallel to width here. So this here and like this. Okay, so parallel line to width. Yes. And then from here it comes up to here, and then the boundary. Okay, so if we take the projections from here, this is the dark line, so we have to make this as a dark. So this line appears dark here. Okay, like this here. Okay, because this line comes here in the middle. This 2 dotted line is because of this 2 circle which comes here. This dotted line comes because of this semicircle. Okay, so this is the solution for this orthographic projections when front view and left hand side view is given. So we have taken link this direction, so this is our front view and this is my left hand, so this represents what? Left hand side view. Okay, so wherever the side view is given in the problem, so that side view must comes on that side only. So this is left hand side view. Okay, likewise. Okay, so solve the problem. And one more important, the most important thing in this problem is here angle is given 60 degree. So to construct this part, inclined part, we have to construct it outside. Okay, and then we have to take that dimensions using the compass, and then we have to mark on the isometric plane. Okay, or isometric surfaces. Okay, so complete this problem. We'll come up with the next type of problem in the next video. So thank you very much.